Now for the Timberwolves. I'm more of the action.
Knows it very well, D.A. Thank you so much. For Karl-Anthony Towns.
And suddenly his feel for the three-point shot has left him. 5 games, the percentage from long range not close to what it was earlier, but he's not going to give up on it, and he'll try to get it going here tonight.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Durant, Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Joe Harris, and it's Vonleh in at the center position. And for Minnesota, they've got Karl-Anthony Towns, D'Angelo Russell out there with Beasley. Then there's Edwards, and it's Reed in at the 4 slot. Here's Reed. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome.
Oh, what a dunk! And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Now Russell. 20 points for him last game against Cleveland. Beasley outside. And the dunk by Towns.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
To the inside. With the rebound. Timberwolves have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. It's Harden.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. My goodness. Whenever Harden sprints inside, man, I love it. Has so many ways he can finish near the basket.
And the Timberwolves with possession. Coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And for me, guys, that's what I call a character game. I mean, they could have closed up shop. It would have been easy to just let that one go and get ready for the next one. But they fought back. I mean, and that mental fortitude that they displayed there is one of the reasons why they're such a good team.
Being as far down as they were, as late as they were down, I mean, that should feel really good to that group to come away with the win.
Edwards kicks to Russell. Passes it to Edwards. And it's Noah Vonleh with the foul. That's his first foul. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Pass to Edwards for the 3. The rebound by the Nets. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
And, you know, the guys on the bench have great confidence in themselves. And when their name was called, they were ready to compete and contribute.
And, Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And, you know, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lesson. But you're right. Got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Beasley dishes to Edwards. Towns high post. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Here's Beasley. It's deflected. Right side Durant. He gets it in there.
Irving showing you he's a frame ahead of his opponent with that nice imagination on offense.
Timberwolves trail by 5.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Reed. Towns trying to get open. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Harris finds Irving. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
The Nets shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. Brooklyn making some changes. Green, he's checked in for Vonleh. Lamb comes in for Joe Harris. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. That's good from Irving.
Hard to keep up with Irving. I mean, this guy knows how to get to the line. He's a multi-dimensional scorer, always attacking.
Russell with it. Now Green defending. Count the basket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Irving attacking, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
The Nets have shot just one free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Boy, I tell you what, you can't even compare their numbers at the free throw line last season to the numbers this year. I mean, they are so much better.
Yes, that goes in. Russell's got 6 points.
So much confidence for a young player. Terrific move by Russell in traffic.
Stolen away. Here's Rubio. Good, and the assist goes to Russell.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Here's Dinwiddie. Good on the shot.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Rubio left side. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
This is a part of the floor that Rubio can exploit. The in-between area.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Last time they met was in Brooklyn.
And in the last face-off against these guys, they enjoyed a huge advantage in free throw percentage.
Yeah, it was really simple. I mean, you look at the numbers, they did a better job of knocking down the free throws.
And the Nets making a change here. Brown's checked in. And now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to see which teams over the last month have been best at scoring points off turnovers. 5th best, the Nets.
They're taking advantage of every mistake that their opponents are making. I mean, they're really converting points off those turnovers.
Here's Dinwiddie. No good on the shot. Timberwolves go the other way with it. That shot wide open. 10 points in the game so far.
Boy, Russell loves to take and make these quick trigger shots. He plays with a nice rhythm and flow to his game.
KD's shot is good. 54 seconds left here in the first quarter. Rubio outside. Outside, Davis. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That's his first foul. Dinwiddie against Rubio. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Vanderbilt the pass to Rubio. The Timberwolves shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. The first one falls.
And you know, guys, when you watch Rubio, he's one of the most hyped international prospects ever. Scouts were right about his ability to manage the game, though.
And KD's got the ball here for the Brooklyn Nets. Green kicks to KD over Hernangomez. The shot by KD. No good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
So free throws for Russell, something we should be saying often for the next decade or more.
For Minnesota, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
Durant, good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Durant's got 9.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Brooklyn Nets. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Right back after this break. And catching up with Karl Anthony Towns, he talked about what this team needs to improve upon.
All year we've talked about the message of discipline. Sometimes our discipline gets away from us, and I think that's what happens on our defensive end, you know, that our discipline lacks. And
Greg, of course, we see many teams having this issue.
The game is so fast-paced now, it's hard for guys to value each and every possession. That often leads to careless play at both ends.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them, guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Russell is out there with Ricky Rubio. Then there's Davis, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4. Edwards, he's checked in for Russell. Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for the Nets. Edwards against Brown. Tipped away. It's stolen by Green. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Rubio looking it over. The pass to Hernan Gomez. To the middle. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Davis. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
And there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality they got to fill some roles, right? And you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. Timberwolves trail by 6. Here's Edwards. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
First trip to the line for him here. And the first one at the line is good. Some changes for Brooklyn. Harris is checked in for Lamb. James Harden comes in for Bruce Brown. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Nets leading by 4. Shots good by Green.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
And Minnesota has possession. Bounce pass, Rubio. Towns, no luck. For Brooklyn, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting from the baseline. Green, no luck. Timberwolves have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Changes up, and it's laid in by Edwards. Edwards got 6.
You know, Beasley not trying to do too much or get too cute there. Just finding the open man in a simple fashion. Well done.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
The Nets shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. That free throw good from Kyrie Irving. Timberwolves trail by 7 to the right side. Towns down low. Vonleh on him. Got a hand on it, and he recovers it. And Towns gets it to go. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. The basket counts and 1. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for Brooklyn?
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Minnesota making a switch. Russell's checked in. Towns dishes to Beasley. And the basket is good.
Sharp shooting there from Beasley. Normally we see him a lot deeper, but that time he chose to step inside the line.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
And the Timberwolves have made it clear Karl Anthony Towns is their franchise player. He's the guy they're building around.
Durant's checked in for Green. The league's long-distance bombers are setting their sights on the 3-point contest this season. Here are some of the early favorites to make up the field.
And I love the way the voting is shaping up, Kevin. We'll have an excellent contest if these are the shooters who are firing away on All-Star Weekend.
And you look at Durant. He's got a place in the 3-point contest within his reach. I hope he makes it because I know how much this would mean to him to be a part of the event.
I mean, that's a good call, Kevin. He's the type of player that can really deliver on a stage like that. He'll be very dangerous if he ultimately gets in.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase this year. Some incredible shooters, that's for certain. We'll keep you updated as we find out more.
Yeah, I think we're in for a real treat. I think the increased importance of the 3-point shot in today's game has really shined a light on the talent, precision, and really the wow factor of how these guys can drill the long ball.
Harden's shot is off.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Beasley.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
KD's shot is off.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And the 3 off target. Nets leading by 7. In the corner, Harden. Good on the triple. Harden's got 11 points.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
1:14 left in the second quarter. Bounce pass, Russell to the paint. Here's Towns. Oh, that's blocked. And he gets it back.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Here's Harden. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
There are very few any better than Harden at the and one. He's an expert. He looks for the contact, initiates it, gets it, and still finishes. You can't be too physical with him.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That free throw good from Harden.
You know, what's most impressive about Harden to me is his versatility as a scorer. I mean, he's a remarkable combo guard with great size and strength and very efficient on the offensive end.
He was all alone on that one. Towns has got 4 points this quarter.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Good work there as it goes. Irving's got the lead up to 13 now for the Nets.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Russell passes to Towns. Here's Beasley. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Noah Vonleh.
You know, as young as Malik Beasley is, it's really been impressive to see how quickly he's adapted to the pro game. For some guys, it's a struggle, but I think he found his footing fairly easy.
And he makes the first.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Brownie's checked in for Harris. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And the jam by Harden.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
Here's Russell, 11 points in the game.
Already he's looking at his third foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the third quarter.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots at the game right here.
Did he lay an egg at the stripe in their previous game? Couldn't get anything to drop.
Was completely out of sync on his free throws, and I'm sure that led him to some extra work at the foul line. You know, guys, that's not quite the same success rate he had at the line last year, although it is somewhat in the neighborhood of last year's numbers.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Russell kicks to Beasley. With 1 on the clock. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Hey, James, we know that scoring seems to come easy for you. How do you create that mentality out there?
I just like to have fun. You know, it's all for the kids. It's all for the fans. You know, I think that's what we're here for. And so, you know, guys, just go out there and compete, have fun, and just play hard.
My family doesn't think it's all for the kids, but I appreciate your sentiment. Back to you, Kevin.
Folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. James Harden was the man in the first. He had 18 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the Nets?
And so far, the Beard has owned the game. He's getting to his spots. He's just going to work. Tough shot maker, shooting them right in your face. The defense has not been able to stop him.
Kenny, let's get your input on the Timberwolves.
Well, it's hard to defend a team that gets red hot from the floor. I think the effort was there on D, but they could not come up with a plan to cool them off. We're bound to see a whole different game plan, a whole different approach from them coming out of the break.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Go over there.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Irving. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Vonleh, and it's Harden in at the 2. And Harden with the stuff.
You know, Harden is a remarkable talent, especially offensively. A versatile scorer who really is unstoppable once he gets going.
Timberwolves trail by 13. Russell dishes to Edwards. And the foul on Joe Harris. That is his first foul of the game. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
Whew, that's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game, because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant. And yeah. Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
And then Durant with the dunk.
Hey, we know Harden can score it, but he also has great vision.
Russell with it. 15 points in the game. Pass to Edwards. Towns down low. Vonleh on him. And that one's good. Towns.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area, really keeps the defense honest.
And I'll tell you what, guys, I mean, with his combination of size and touch, he's a real threat from mid-range.
Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Irving against Russell.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
A minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Irving passes to Vonleh. Back to Irving. There's the 3. Karl-Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And you talk post up, face up, you name it. Karl-Anthony Towns gets it done.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? He really molded that versatility into his game. I mean, he can pass it, drive it, shoot. You remember, he won the skills challenge back in 2016. I mean, he's a 7-footer for sure, but he's got guard skills too.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Hernan Gomez comes in for Malik Beasley. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for D'Angelo Russell. The Nets also changing it up. Green comes in for Noah Vonleh. And it's laying in there for James Harden. Here's Rubio. Off the mark and a chance to trim it to single digits. Feeds it to Harris. A beautiful reverse layup. Harris has got 5 now.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Timberwolves trail by 13. Passes it to Towns. And it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game.
And right there, Rubio doing what he does. Seeing the floor, exploring the defense, finding the open man, and getting him the ball.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
For Brooklyn, they haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5. That free throw good from Durant.
Well, you look at Durant, and it's obvious. He feels like he's got so much more to prove. I mean, he's as driven a player as you'll find in this league. That's part of his greatness.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Vanderbilt's checked in, and both free throws good for Durant.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Towns down low, guarded by Green. A second chance effort. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Towns. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Harris. 5 points in the game. 3-pointer. Sinks the 3-pointer. He's got 8.
You know, this is where Harris is most dangerous, one of the very best from behind the arc. His eyes light up when he gets these long-distance chances.
Inside, here's Towns. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got his 3rd assist on the night. Irving against Rubio. A nice shot by Irving. Irving's got 16.
Hey, the skills of Kyrie are obvious, but what isn't so obvious is his underestimated strength.
Timberwolves trail by 14. Rubio the pass to Towns. Lamb against Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
KD's shot is good.
Focus, intense focus. Durant has bundles of it. Once he catches the rock, the first thing on his mind is let it go.
And here's Rubio. He has 6. Knocked away. There's 1:26 left in the 3rd for Minnesota. They've gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Davis is checked in. The Nets also changing it up. Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for Green. Brown comes in for Joe Harris. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. Russell's checked in for the Timberwolves. Around halfway through the season and a chance here to recap where all the teams in the West sit in the standings. You look at the Timberwolves, they're down in the bottom of the conference. Their fans hope they can turn it around and show some improvement.
And I think for Minnesota, they talked all offseason about how this year was going to be different. Nobody bought into it then, and nobody's buying into it now.
Yeah, and it's too bad, really unfortunate, because I did think the potential was there. But at this stage, I think we've seen their best, and it's not going to be good enough this season.
1:03 left in the 3rd. Rubio against Dinwiddie. Pass to Vanderbilt. Now, here is Russell. Three-pointer. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
The Nets working the ball around now. The shot's good. Durant's got 8 points in the quarter.
Looking strong to the finish. When Durant locks in on scoring, nobody's stopping it.
40 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. Timberwolves trail by 15.
That's his 4th foul. I'm sure he recognizes the situation because number 5 would put him in a rough, tough spot.
The Timberwolves haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10.
At the line for 2.
The first free throw is good. Malik Beasley, he's checked in for time. And the Nets making a change here as well. James Harden, he's checked in for Lamb. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Nets leading by 14. Vonleh dishes to Dinwiddie. Vonleh kicks to Dinwiddie over Davis. They get it back. Outside for KD. And a miss there on the triple. The Timberwolves shooting a stellar 60% since the halftime break. And it's Rubio penetrating. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Rubio's got his third basket of the night right there.
And, you know, with all due respect, hey, that's a mistake by the defense. You want to close off the lane and force Rubio to shoot from outside.
Here's KD. The shot's good. Brown making the play. 21 points for Kevin Durant.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the...
Oh, he gets it to go. Wow.
It counts. Wow, what a shot. And listen to this place explode.
And so it's Brooklyn holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We come back right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, and as a two guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Malik Beasley. He's out there with Russell, and it's Reed in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Yeah, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Timberwolves trail by 13. Beasley outside. Stolen by Harden. Here's Durant, and then Durant with the jam.
You know what the result's going to be when Durant makes a move to the bucket like that. Just a matter of how hard is he going to throw it down.
Minnesota's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Now here's Beasley. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Harden draws the double. Shoots from 8. Vanderbilt with the rebound. Minnesota shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Offensive rebound. Davis. And Davis throws it down.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, but I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
Here's Vanderbilt, guarded by Harris. It's Russell with the drive. And it's Davis with the jam.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Timeout called the Nets.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
Timberwolves making a change here. Edwards is checked in. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Brooklyn?
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots.
Karl-Anthony Towns checked in for Minnesota. And both free throws good for Vonleh.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Outside Durant. Harden trying to get open. Vonleh, the pass to Durant. Harden inside the three-point line, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Harden's got 26.
Would have been impossible for KD to miss his teammate there. He was wide open.
Now the pass to Reed. Beasley with it. There's Russell with the three, and it's KD with the rebound. Durant's got 4 rebounds now tonight. It's Harden with the drive.
Now you can't sleep on this guy's finishing ability. He loves getting room to throw it down on you, and he'll put you in a poster if you let him.
And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's an 18-point game. We know, Greg, the NBA is full of superstars that you can foul out of the game after 6 personal fouls, and some have suggested instead just tacking on an extra free throw when a player commits their 6+ foul, and then they can stay in the game.
You know, I think something along those lines could make sense. No doubt it's tough to see the marquee player riding the bench because it's not just the 6th foul, right? In some coaches, you pick up 2 in the first quarter, you're done for the quarter. You pick up a 3rd in the second, you're done for the half.
Yes.
So I would like to see something, but I think it's got to also be fair. Maybe you get free throws and another possession. Maybe something along those lines might be in the best interest of the game.
I like that. Irving for 3. And Karl-Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got 8 rebounds in this game. Russell against Irving. Floats one up. Russell with the bucket. Russell's got 14 points here in the second half.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Timberwolves trail by 16. Pass to Edwards. Here's Towns. Lays it up off the glass.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Harden the pass to Vonleh. Outside Durant. Back to Vonleh. That one misses. Towns with the defensive effort. Minnesota's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Russell with a wide open look. The three-pointer is right on target. Russell's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Guys absolutely feeling it. When Russell heats up, showtime.
The shot's good from Irving.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Outside, Towns. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got his 5th assist in this one.
Towns attacks the basket with such a ferocity and never give up attitude. I love that about him, guys.
Timeout called. The Nets. They lead by 12. There's 1:38 left in the 4th quarter. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, James Harden.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. There's 1:38 left in the 4th quarter. Towns with the steal. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Beasley with a clean look. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
When defending Beasley, you've got to get up on him. I mean, he's lethal as a catch-and-shoot guy.
Timberwolves trail by 10. He dishes it to Russell. Shot from 16. Brooklyn with the rebound. They led by as many as 18 points.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Brooklyn.
They really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-game.
I tell you what, no matter how brief it is, anytime you can get a season series sweep, you're happy.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for James Harden.
Well, I can't recall a play that he wasn't involved in. He was so involved in so many plays tonight, a force on both ends.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets.
And, you know, really Towns is the total package. A versatile scorer, skilled defender, and strong competitor.
32 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's Noel. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
I think one of the best ways, guys, to score in transition is that quick hitter after the first burst.
Here's Shumpert. The shot from the low post is good. And the Nets lead by 9.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
And so it's Brooklyn with the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. James, another explosive score and productive night for you. How'd you get into that rhythm?
My teammates did an unbelievable job tonight, man. Every night, every single night of, you know, getting me open, getting me shots, and we came away with the victory. That's all that matters.
Well, they did a great job, man, but so did you. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And we'll